Crystalline silica is a common mineral in the Earth's crust and may be found in many types of rocks, including sandstone, quartz, granite, and even soil. It is a colorless compound which is very hard and unreactive. Due to these high strength characteristics, as well as its heat-resistant properties, it has been incorporated into many building materials that are used in construction today. When crystalline silica dust becomes respirable through various processes during work, it poses serious risk to the health of site personnel. Therefore, proper precautions must always be taken when working with materials that contain crystalline silica. Crystalline silica is present in both work and non-work environments, and exposure to crystalline silica dust has been known to cause a disease called silicosis. When you inhale crystalline silica, the lung tissue reacts by developing fibrous tissue around the trapped silica particles. High levels of exposure to respirable crystalline silica have also been linked to kidney disease and severe irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. Symptoms of silicosis may include a nagging cough, trouble breathing, chest pain, fatigue, swollen legs, and sudden onset fevers. There is no known cure for silicosis. It is very important to protect workers from this hazard, which may cause it. With the considerable health risks, it is imperative to limit worker exposures to respirable crystalline silica. There are many methods that can be used. These include eliminating products that contain silica, substituting existing material with others that do not contain silica, instituting engineering controls such as dust collection systems, implementing administrative controls like limiting access to exposure areas, and finally, issuing PPE to workers. As with other hazards, PPE should be a last resort, as it is never 100% effective. To ensure employees are working safely, employees covered by this standard are required to establish and implement a written exposure control plan. This plan will include identifying tasks that may expose workers to crystalline silica, developing methods used to eliminate, reduce, and also protect workers, restricting access to areas where high exposures may occur, and designating a competent person to implement the plan. OSHA has developed Table 1, which is used by most companies when developing their plans. So what is Table 1, you might ask? Table 1 is a guideline published by OSHA which pairs common construction tasks with dust control measures. The table outlines exactly what is needed in order to effectively limit worker exposures to crystalline silica. The dust control measures prescribed in the table include methods known to be effective, like using water to keep dust from getting into the air, or using dust collection systems to capture the dust so it doesn't enter the lungs. In some operations, respirators may also be required, and the table discusses other PPE requirements as well. One of the control measures detailed in Table 1 is using dust collection systems that include HEPA-filtered vacuums used in conjunction with specific tool attachments in order to remove the dust immediately from the point of operation. These dust collection systems can be used to protect employees while drilling, cutting masonry cement boards, or using a handheld grinder. By collecting dust at the point of operation, the respirable crystalline silica does not enter the worker's breathing zone, thus protecting the worker from exposure. The tool, attachments, and vacuum must be operated and maintained in accordance with manufacturer's instructions to minimize dust emissions. Another dust control measure described in Table 1 is using an integrated water delivery system, which prevents the dust particles from dispersing into the air since they are trapped by the water. These systems are becoming widely available for numerous applications, including wet cutting, drilling, and using jackhammers. The water is sprayed at the point of operation, resulting in keeping the respirable crystalline silica particles out of the worker's breathing zone. These systems must also be operated and maintained in accordance with manufacturer's instructions to minimize dust emissions. Exposure to crystalline silica can continue during cleanup and housekeeping. Some workers who may not otherwise be exposed to silica can become exposed during cleanup. It is also very important to train workers to limit exposure. Dry sweeping and using compressed air to clean are not allowed. These methods may create a dust cloud, pushing respirable crystalline silica into the breathing zone. Wet sweeping, or using a silica-free sweeping compound, will keep the dust down and protect the workers. Another good option for cleanup is the use of a HEPA filtered vacuum. Whatever method you choose, Make sure employees are trained properly for the task at hand. Thank you for your attention during today's video Toolbox Talk. We hope you have gained useful knowledge about silica exposure and the control methods which are used to protect workers and prevent silicosis. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hope you will join us again next week. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you, and stay safe.